24 movies that will be 24 years old in 2024. If you're not into repeating numbers or just can't fathom the passage of time, check out our collection of 24 movies turning 24 this year. By the end, this list will have you saying, how old is this movie? 24. They are 24 years old. 1 of 24. Throwaway. Castaway is one of my favorite Tom Hanks movies. You tell me that 24 years of Wilson goes on, there's no way. The film won Hanks a Golden Globe Award and was one of the highest grossing films of 2000. 2 of 24. How Greenwich Stole Christmas. I have fond memories of seeing this movie in the theater and have loved it ever since. Despite the grueling makeup process, Jim Carrey gave us the best version of the Grinch there is. Yes, I said, what will you do about this? How the Grinch Stole Christmas deservedly won the Academy Award for Best Makeup and is still one of the most beloved of the holidays. 3 of 24. Meeting the Parents. With 2 sequels, Meet the Fockers and Little Fockers, Meet the Parents has forever left its mark on pop culture and has been referenced numerous times over the past 24 years. This movie is a light-hearted comedy that we will never tire of, and it has to be one of the most successful remakes because I didn't realize it was one. 4 of 24. Almost Famous. I haven't watched Almost Famous for the longest time, but for some reason the movie poster from the early 2000s is burned into my brain. The Academy Award-winning screenplay was exceptional, as was the soundtrack, which won a Grammy in 2001. 5 of 24. X-Men. The X-Men made superhero movies cool again. The film's success gave us 2 sequels, X2 and X-Men, The Last Stand, and a Wolverine trilogy, prequels, spin-offs, and appearances in other Marvel movies. Who could have predicted how much it would affect the world 24 years ago? 6 of 24. Bring. Clearly, Bring It On is a cult classic and exciting. Although the sequels can never touch the original, it shows just how influential the film has been on pop culture. 7 of 24. Charlie's Angels. 2000's Charlie's Angels will always be a relaxing movie and no one can tell me otherwise. Although it may have received mixed reviews at the time, the film spawned a sequel, Charlie's Angels, Full Throttle, in 2003, and a 2019 reboot written and directed by Elizabeth Banks. 8 of 24. Emperor's New Groove. Emperor's New Groove is a forever favorite. It is very funny and has the best cast imaginable. The film's success spawned a sequel, a TV series, and even a few video games. Rewatching this beloved classic, you'll be saying, oh, yeah, it all comes together. 9 of 24. Dude, Where's My Car? Dude, Where's My Car? It's the ultimate stoner comedy, incredibly silly but funny. Sure, some things don't necessarily get old, but it gave us so many great one-liners that some of us still quote, turning it into a cult classic. Slope. 10 of 24. Final Destination. Is anyone else unable to drive behind logging trucks because of the Final Destination, or is it just me? Well, this is technically the latter, but still. This movie and its sequels made me incredibly aware of potentially dangerous situations, which maybe wasn't such a bad thing now that I think about it. It's still fun to watch them every now and then, for nostalgia purposes, though. 11 of 24. Little Vampire. I loved Little Vampire when it first came out, just as much as I do today. It's cute and a lot of fun at the same time, but maybe I'm biased. It stars that late 1990s and early 2000s all-around kid, Jonathan Lipnicki, and Richard E. The iconic Grant, in my opinion, still stands. 12 of 24. Miss Empathy. Miss Congeniality is an action comedy favorite, one of Sandra Bullock's best. Its success spawned a sequel, Miss Congeniality, Armed and Fabulous in 2005, and let us all know what a perfect date it was. 13 of 24. Oh brother, where are you? Has anyone else watched this in their high school English class based roughly on Homer's Odyssey? Where art thou, oh brother? It won 2 Grammys and brought George Clooney his first Golden Globe. It might be time for a rewatch, if I can find it streaming anywhere, that is. 14 of 24. Remember the Titans. Do we remember the Titans? I am sorry. Consistently seen in high schools across the country, Remembering the Titans is considered one of the best football movies ever made, probably next to Rudy because those two are the first movies that come to mind. The film earned Denzel Washington a Best Actor award at the First Bet Awards the following year. 15 of 24. Horror movie. The one that started it all, the Wayans gave us the best collection of parodies based on Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and various other horror movies. Although the quality of the horror film may be over, its impact on pop culture remains since. Anna Faris and Regina Hall have had some amazing performances over the years, but their roles as Cindy and Brenda are still my favorites. 16 of 24. The Road to El Dorado. The Road to El Dorado is a perfect film. Yes, a film, not a movie. This is cinema at its finest. Kenneth Branagh, Kevin Kline, and Rosie Perez gave us absolutely everything. The music was also great, with Elton John's involvement in the soundtrack's composition and Hans Zimmer responsible for the score. Like Friends, this cult classic will never say goodbye. 17 of 24. American Psycho. Well, I couldn't very well leave American Psycho off of the list. On top of its initial success, it has become a cult classic and the subject of many memes. For the most part, this film made Christian Bale a household name. 18 of 24, Shanghai Noon. Shanghai Noon is another crowd favorite. Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson make a hilarious team that we'll probably never get tired of seeing. Rewatch this gem and its sequel, Shanghai Nights, if you need a good laugh. 19 of 24. Love and Basketball. Love and Basketball was the Woman King director Gina Prince Bythewood's first feature film, and what a first impression it was. The film's success and cult status finally earned it a spot on the National Film Registry just last year. In addition to her great direction and story, Sanaa Lathan won Best Actress at the First Bet Awards in 2001 for her performance as Monica. 20 of 24. Memento. Those who have seen Memento, myself included, will tell you it is a wild ride. Although I'm sure I would have gotten around to watching it eventually, I have VH1's I Love the New Millennium's influence to thank. Memento made me a Guy Pearce fan for life. It was inducted into the National Film Registry and ranked on the Writers Guild of America's 101 Greatest Screenplays list. 21 of 24. Erin Brockovich. Julia Roberts' portrayal of Erin Brockovich in Erin Brockovich is one of her all-time best. The film seemingly has a never-ending list of accolades, including Roberts' Academy Award for Best Actress. 22 of 24. Gladiator. Gladiator was one of the most successful films to come out in 2000 and essentially marked a turning point in both Russell Crowe's and Joaquin Phoenix's careers. The film brought in the most Academy Award nominations that year, ultimately winning 5, including Best Picture. 23 of 24. Coyote Ugly. I know. I went from award-winning Gladiator to this, and although it might not be a masterpiece, there's no doubt that Coyote Ugly was huge back in the day. Its cult classic status is most likely derived from that carefree nostalgia that came from movies like this in the early 2000s. And we love it for that. 24 of 24. Requiem for a Dream. No film school is safe from Requiem for a Dream. Its unique imagery encapsulates drug addicts' mental states in a way we hadn't seen before on film. It is, by no means, a fun movie to watch, but it is definitely an important one.
I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the pettiness. A reflection of the emptiness, hilarious. You think you're with my time, you're delirious, mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior, inferior. You know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last.